Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll find something in the video that you can use in your gardening and that you would like the video and subscribe. I'm a little under the weather, so you won't see me too much in this video, but I wanted to go ahead and get part 2 of how to keep your garden a little cooler in really hot weather, because very soon it's going to be over 100 degrees down here in North Texas. And yesterday I really worked a little bit too long in the 95-degree temps. So I'm going to show you how I put more shade cloth up and a few things that's going on in the garden, and my little secret weapon that I have ready and waiting for those triple-digit temperatures. The other night we had a pretty rough thunderstorm with high winds that pushed a lot of the mulch and grass clippings where the landscaper had just cut the grass. And so you can look and see a lot of my mulch has been pushed back. So the wind obviously was coming in from the east. So I'll fix that. But what I want to show you right now is, in my last video, I shared with you how I planted some strike beans in these containers. And so the 5-gallon containers, I'm going to add 2 okra seeds in them, but I will thin them out to 1. And you guys know that I'm always harvesting seeds and saving them so I can grow free food. The amount of roots that can be accommodated for a large, deep-rooted okra plant is only 1 per 5 gallon. So that's why I'm only going to grow 1 plant in each 5-gallon bucket. But right here you can see that in the 25-gallon bucket I have some marigolds and of course strike beans, so I'm going to add about 3 or 4 seeds in this container, and then I'll thin it out later. Now over here where you can see my finger pointing, I'm going to grow some okra in 2 of those 25-gallon containers. I'll put 4 or 5 seeds in each one. But what I want to share with you, that okra will shade my bush strike beans and help the plant stay cooler. These are Clemson spineless okra seeds. And for the last few years, this is what I've been growing. I'm not going to plant any of them that look bad. It's my favorite. I've grown a lot of different types of okra during my 40 years gardening, but this is my favorite. And I'm only going to put the seeds down about 1 inch. You can pre-soak your seeds. I don't, because it's very humid and we've got a lot of rain. The key to keeping the critters like birds, possums, squirrels, what have you, from getting your tomatoes, harvest every day. As soon as you see them blushing, they will not get any sweeter. These 2 big ones I'm gonna have fried green tomatoes, and this one I will let ripen in the house. Don't let the critters get all of your food. Just another pearl from Lady Cheryl. I am sitting on my bench and I'm getting ready to get all these little cherry tomatoes. There's some way back there. I'm gonna get all of them that are ripe or close to ripening. Yesterday, my daughter cooked tilapia with some herbs out of my garden that included onion chives and garlic chives. And she pan-seared it and then finished baking it in the oven with the cherry tomatoes. And I'm telling you guys, it was so delicious. I'm going to take these 3 right here. These 3 will be ripe in another day. Actually, it's 4. I'm going to take those 2. It is Saturday, June, I believe, 7th. And Brian and I, my grandson, have been putting up more shade cloth. It's currently 95 degrees, so we're going to stop. but we're getting everything in place so when we get those triple digit temperatures, we will be able to just take the shade cloth right here and just unroll it, and it'll go all the way down to the ground. As you can see in here, we have a lot of bees. We'll go in closer so you can see, especially right there on the marigolds. So we're gonna leave this area right in here open so the bees can come in. And don't forget, we have the top covered also with 50% shade cloth. We put shade cloth all the way down here, and it is just clipped on, and we can just unclip it and let it go all the way down on those real hot days. So you don't wait until it's 103 and try to get this up. You do it now while it's a little bit cooler. Brian made a little short video about the lilies. We're really excited to see them blooming. You know, when your grandchildren help you plant the bulbs in the winter, it's really exciting for them to see the fruit of their labor. So I'm gonna call it a day. Got a lot done, and I'll add some more to this video tomorrow. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, I noticed a seedling growing in this 5-gallon bucket. So I left it alone. And the tulips bloomed and died back. And then a few weeks later, I knew what it was. It was a bean. Now, I don't know what kind of bean it is because I haven't grown any pole beans in probably about 5 years. But somehow it got here. It could have been a bird, could have been a squirrel, I don't know. But you can see right here, I am zip tying the vines up here so they can grow up on this galvanized pole that allows me to shade my garden. And look what I discovered this morning. I've got some beans on here. 1, 2, there's one down there, 3, 4, and a little bitty one right here. So I'm really careful about just pulling things up in the garden. And the longer you have been gardening, the more you will recognize what it is. So I could tell right away the way it was vining out that it was not a bush bean that I usually grow, but a pole bean. And I didn't put any beans in this container. So we've got some free beans, thanks to whoever put it here. I like to say God. Yesterday I showed you that we had 1 flower to bloom. Now we have 2 that bloomed last night, and you can see the blooms fall off when it hit the sun. The same thing is going to happen to these 2. They're so pretty. I'm so grateful I was able to germinate those very old seeds. And you can see a lot of more flowers going to be blooming very soon. I think I showed you we had 2 lilies yesterday. And now we have this one that fully opened up. And we got 2 more open up. It's just so pretty to come out every day to see our blessings. Just so pretty. I'm just so grateful. I love what I do. These 2 will be opened up by tomorrow. Remember, I got these bulbs from Tulip World. I don't make any commission, but I shared it with you guys on the community post that I paid. I believe it was $12 plus free shipping for 9 bulbs, and all of them are doing well. I want you guys to see how I put the shade cloth all the way across the front, but I want you to know I left an opening right there for me to walk through. And of course I left this end open so the bees can come through. So don't be worried about it. They will smell the flowers and they will come in. And of course you guys know that I have shade cloth all across the top. And I added 2 7 6-foot galvanized poles right here so that, you know, if it rains, it won't just put too much pressure on it at one time. But again, it is 50% shade cloth. I shared it several times in my videos. And Bria asked me, that's my little 10-year-old granddaughter, Big Mama, are you building a greenhouse? And you know what, guys? I think I really could if I enclosed it with 6 mil greenhouse plastic and add some more poles to it and an angle so that the rain will, you know, drain down. But I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna share with you my secret weapon that I have to keep the temperature cooler. And you guys know that I have a thermometer in here that's digital, and upstairs in my bedroom I can tell at all times what the temperature is and the humidity. So here is my secret weapon. No, I'm just kidding. That's butternut squash. But here is the secret weapon. I have 3 solar powered fans. I have one on right now, as you can see right here, and it really gives a good breeze. And I'm gonna strategically place these around the garden where I need them. And let me show you the panel on the back is how they are powered, but they also have a USB port that you can plug it in. Oh, you're supposed to click it. 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, I've got my Jackery power station if for some reason I need to charge these up. I can do it out here or I can take it inside the house. Isn't that cool? Now, it's about 90 degrees, so I don't need it now. But you can clearly see how this is going to be very instrumental in keeping my temperature down. I have one more fan coming. By the way, I got them from TikTok. And like I said, I have one more coming that is on a tripod. It's supposed to be here today. And I'll just put them around the garden where I need them. Now, I want to show you up here. You see I have 50% shade cloth up here. And if I have to, I can bring some more down here. But I think it's going to be okay because there's a fence here and then this stone wall. But I'm keeping this open right in here so the bees can come in. And they're all in here, guys, pollinating. Because you can see I've got butternut squash. I have, let me come around here and show you. I've got eggplant. Guys, I have okra. I mean, it's just so wonderful. I love what I do, and I love helping you all too.
This is Brian here, and today, I put this fan together that Bimbo bought off of TikTok. They come with these 3 heavy-duty stakes that you use to nail it to the ground, the fan to the ground, in case it gets windy. And it also comes with this remote that you use to turn the fan on and off. And there's a light feature on the fan which allows it to light up like this.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And then they have this charger that you could bring with you in case the fan runs out of battery. And
So you could charge it up.
yeah.
So it runs without electricity, guys. The heat of the day, when, you know, it's the hottest temperatures in the summer, I could put this fan on too. And it gives much more breeze than the 3 smaller fans that I got. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And I just want to take a little time to brag on Brian. Guys, you all know he's an honor student. And several students from all of the Mesquite ISD school district were selected to attend this workshop. And it starts tomorrow, and it's just a week. And it's called the Inventors Club, and they're going to invent something. So hopefully I can give you a follow-up and tell you what this future engineer inventor is going to come up with for next week. All right, thanks, Brian. He's a big help to me. I mean, he really doesn't, I don't think he thoroughly understands the knowledge that he is obtaining is going to stay with him for the rest of his life. This concludes my video. I hope that I shared something that you can use in your gardening. If you're new here, I hope that you will subscribe and like the video and share it on your social media platforms if you can. Thank you all so much for watching. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.